was really long, so I'm going to do it now. So, welcome to Level Up TV at levelupyourgame.net with me, Disrepute, and Vor. This is ClanBase EuroCup 26 Quake Live Team Deathmatch, Unknown versus planB. It's Group A. It's the final match of the group. It'll decide who goes through behind Sito in second and third position. And let's have a look at the teams quickly. Wins, Deus, Gerpa, Hazard, Alteza, Hypno, Hate Me, and Serboz. So, Vor, quickly, standout player for each team.
Stand-up player for each team. Well, Alteza, we're going to hopefully see some great quad runs again from him for planB. And I mean, my stand-up player is Deuce, because I think he's the best.
There we go. Following Hate Me off the start, though. Oh, they do just miss out on grabbing that first Mega against Gerpa, but three of them Raptor rush him and just crush him into small particles. Let's keep following Hate Me anyway. 25% plasma. Nice little start for him. And 30 seconds till quad. We got the time. It's a late-ish quad. So everybody should be able to get a second stack item here. Hate Me should be in a good position. He should be moving up behind the quad as well. Oh, he's decided not to wait. Of course, they don't know the quad time. So you want to be around that quad area. Taking quite a bit of a risk, though. Gives away the lightning gun to a rush from Wins there with that rocket launcher. He's taken that second Mega. He's taken a risk himself. Nice bit of LG, taking out Serboz. And there they are, all moving in for this. It's great LG, picking up 3 frags in a row. And takes that quad away. Serboz going down as well. He switches to rail, gets taken out by point-blank range shotgun work from Alteza, who picks up 3 kills straight away off the bat himself. Make that 4.
So even when he's not picking the quad up, he's still extremely dangerous in the quad area. Really good play.
That was an exciting, frantic bit of play on that first power-up, and that's the kind of play that this map brings.
It does. I mean, power-up's so important on here. Yeah, if you ever allow your opponent a clean pickup of the quad, you could be...
Oh my God.
Wow, you could see that coming.
No, that was so obvious that was going to happen. Why did he still jump? Bit of a mistake by Alteza, I would say, there. Either way, he's still got his rail. And the teams are tied, so not too much loss. But I mean, tactically, Vor, what are you expecting each team to do?
Well, I mean, we see some teams like to play res, some like to make use of the items on the other side of the map around the quad, but whatever we see, it's just going to be about both teams making sure that they are ready for these power-ups. I mean, you need someone stacked, either to have them take the damage and look to make the pickup, or people with weapons making sure that no one can get a clean pickup. The quad is going to be so important for both teams.
Alteza rushing in to grab that next rail. Looks like Unknown have got control of the red at the moment, and planB pushed back onto the yellow side of the map. It's not really necessarily
it's kind of
negative.
even on the red pickups at the moment, but currently, yeah. And this will be the last red that they can take before quad.
Oh, dropped LG to Hazard. I think he just took the red as well, and he has a lightning. Sorry, a rail.
I think he's very weak though, despite having taken that red.
Yeah, only 20 health for Gerpa as well, the cycle around. Serboz, who's actually picked up the Mega here, he's dodging his... Oh, he actually got hit by the rail, I think.
Yeah, so planB have certainly got the best position they could hope for this quad. They just need to try and stop the attack from Unknown.
This is where Unknown did not want to be weak. They did not want to turn up too late for it. The Railer is there, Rocket as well. He managed to evade without too much damage. He's stuck in a difficult position. Does escape out the room. They've let him escape, Unknown.
Yeah, this could be costly, but at the moment, fortunately for them, he is quite weak. He's really thinking about how aggressive he wants to go, or whether he wants to look for some health and armor.
Yeah, there is the Mega up, and now he's got 10 seconds left with this lightning gun. He's going to attack this red armor. There better be a good counter. Oh, Hazard doesn't quite connect with the plasma as well as he wanted to.
He really didn't hit anything. But this hasn't really been a very effective quad run, but it has kind of chased Unknown away from some of the important positions.
Wow, that was absolutely owned by Wins. Insane play. Look, it's 45% LG, and we saw him pick up a load of frags with it as well. Just quite a surgical precision with it. Deuce already whining though. It could be a weakness on the Unknown team. But you have to say, Vor, if they take this map, they'd be looking on very strong terms going into the second Hidden Fortress.
Yeah, certainly.
So
I mean,
really,
that's not a bad match either.
That's true.
for either team, but again, you know, the advantage of winning a map that they haven't been strong on so far in the competition, that'll be huge.
Yeah, planB would almost be going into this map expecting to win, and that is always a danger.
Oh, it is. I mean, they'll have seen Unknown's games so far on this map. They'll have seen that Unknown have certainly struggled on this map.
That's a big kill by Hate Me. Does take out Wins, the threat of that rail. Wins was just starting to get really into the game, started delivering good amounts of damage there. Hate Me with 50% rail as well could be useful with that, and 40% LG.
But 5 health at the moment, he really has to be careful. I mean, even someone, you know, can just hit him, even if they're not aiming at him, if they're aiming at a teammate that you might be stood behind, and just a stray bullet would have killed him there.
Yeah, 30 health's not even that much either. That's a great little rail through the gap there. Second rail takes out Gerper as well. Great reactions. Looks like a good defense on this quad as well. It's
good time to pick up 2 kills and hit some other rails. So this quad
and a second kill there as well on Hazard before we switch to Alteza with the quad, and he is the big man with the quad runs. Takes out Deus.
Did really well not to kill his teammate.
Amazing. Great aim just around his teammate. Perfect reactions, basically, going up the bounce pad. It's a bit dangerous here. Deuce, good counter. He decides not to go up again. That's a wise choice. Takes out Hazard. Caught in the air, though, by the rail. That's great dodging, actually, by, I think it was Wins, was it?
It was. And it's very dangerous to chase someone like Wins when he has a rail. There you go.
Punished. I mean, Wins did an amazing job there. I can't emphasise that enough. He should have. Most quads would have been able to kill whoever the player was, but Wins escaping that. Exceptional play. Switch around back to Hate Me again.
And it goes back to what we said in previous games about making it difficult for the quad to kill you. I mean, if Wins had just stood out in the open to try and fight the quad, he would have been killed, but he made it so difficult.
Yeah, and then the quad would have been in a good position in the red area to take further advantage, but it looks like planB on the yellow side of the map, so Unknown have got the area they want still because of Wins drawing that quad away. I mean, I think I've seen planB play this side of the map anyway, so I don't necessarily think it's disadvantage for them not to play the red, but definitely I think Unknown would be wanting to play the simple red game.
Yeah, there's clearly some teams who prefer playing the yellows and the mega on this map. It's all preference, what you think you can make work best for your team.
Very much like Dreadful Place. There's one obvious red. Oh, just gets caught around the corner there. Hate Me by Gerper. That's brilliant play.
Yeah, you'd also say much like how DM14 used to be played. I mean, we've seen that the red's been more important in Quake Live, but in Quake 3 it was an option to, you know, play without red as well.
Gerper being a bit cautious there. He wants Tess to take this weapon off him. Just needs to kind of rush in there. Maybe Gerper needs to push as well because quad's up in 4 seconds. Decides to take the drop down. There's the yellow. Hypno takes some heavy shotguns. Deuce finishing him off, but it's going to be a little bit late for the quad. Turbos picking it up. He had such a stack. He needed that stack to survive that. He's only 100 health now. That's a very risky rush through that doorway. He does just escape death, in fact. And that's actually wise to back off there and push towards the red room. Picking up a good amount of frags here. 4 frags on this run now. He's going to pick up a 5th on Gerper.
Yeah, things are starting to look really good for planB. I mean, we were talking about Unknown being ahead a few minutes ago, but I think they've barely picked up a kill since then, and planB have shot into a good lead.
Yeah, with such a fast-paced map, I mean, it's never going to be quite enough, even if it's 20 frags or something, especially with the kind of quad runs you can pick up, and with world-class players and someone like Unknown's team. They can pick up so many quick frags, or even, you know, Alteza on the
only thing I'd say about this map is, you know, despite it being quite fast-paced, it's not like a hidden fortress where you often see just frag for frag for most of the game. Really can get large runs of frags if you control this map well.
There's a little bit more control to it, and it's less about attrition. It's more about picking the opportunities, a bit more like maybe like a Dreadful Place. In that regard, 40 seconds until the next quad. Alteza working around the area still. 3rd impressive for him, 38% rail. Here we wanted to up that rail percentage, and that's going to go some way to help in that one. 4th impressive, 44% rail now. Nice.
Another nice shot.
Everyone's rushing towards that yellow, and kind of looked like they're Unknown were a bit out of position, maybe not quite sure which routes they want to take and where they want to go. So they're just trying a predictive rail shot.
Well, I mean, yet again, we're seeing it's planB who may take the position up on the quad yet again. Unknown are always the ones having to make an attack, but that's a strong attack.
Yeah, that's a very good attack. They've got to stand in his defensive positions though. Wins missing the air rocket, and Hypno stacked. Again, they got someone stacked for the quad, ready to pick it up.
Yeah, and this one looks dangerous. I mean, he has a lot of shotgun ammo, 25, the maximum he can have. Good amount of armor as well.
Moves through to this rail room. They've already fragged 2 unknown players. Going to get a 3rd here, and Deuce, is he? He is. Looks like they're going to secure this red as well. Despite the machine gun wave has, it just gives away our life in the end. And Deuce off the spawn, who will be probably raging at this point. Didn't pick up a massive amount of frags with that one, but they did get a red armor out of it.
Now, and coming up to the halfway point, it certainly leaves them in a very good position. I mean, 23 frag lead, looking very comfortable.
Yeah, looking at the scores as well, just damage output across the board is higher. That's a good position for Hypno to take up railing there.
Yeah, and he knows when to back off as well. He hits some damage and then just leaves because he hasn't taken any. It's a good gain for his team.
Equal reds, more yellows, and more megas for Plan B.
And significantly, the quad times are unknown is pretty much non-existent. And Plan B's 3 quads, 4 quads, 1 second short of the maximum time.
They'll be really happy with their power-up possession at the moment. And elimination of a power-up threat as well, so good power-up.
Certainly, because going into this game, you know, they were going to be aware that they hold a far superior advantage of how to play this map over Unknown, but at the same time, they'll still be concerned about, you know, Unknown's individual ability, because that's always a danger, regardless of how well they might know the map and Unknown not knowing it.
Tezo going up that bounce pad, does get caught out by that rail. I mean, I think it's a good, strong gameplay at the moment for quads. We'll have to see if they can continue it up. 6th impressive there for Old Tezo. Needs to take out this unknown player. Looks like Hate Me picked up quad again. He had a good bit of armor to his name on that occasion as well. Just doing a much better job on the power-ups.
Yeah, they're always prepared for them. They always have a decent setup. That even if Unknown attack it successfully, you know, and get some kills, it's never enough.
See what it does with the squadron. 5-1 on the quads, though.
This will be hard to counter. I mean, he's got the weapons he wants. He's got lightning gun for the mid-range, shotgun for close range if he chooses. They'll just have to steer clear of him. I mean, you can see 2 of them at the moment. He'll be in lightning gun range within a second as well.
Prepare to fight.
Yeah, this is neither of them are looking at him either.
1. Fight.
Oh, there's 3 of them there as well. Hazard going down. Oh, there's all 4 of them. Wow, that actually worked out well.
It has worked out. Yeah, important counter there. It still keeps the game alive.
Here is Wins, who, dare I say, is probably the most in-form player on the Unknown team. Getting 57% rail, 41% lightning gun. Pinpoint precision accuracy, that's the name of the game with Wins, but also his positional play is superb. See him here, though, he's kind of waiting for a shot. Now, the problem with this is that if it doesn't come, he's wasted quite a lot of time up here.
He can potentially get time on the lightning gun as well, though. That'll be useful information to have for his team. And he's in position right now to take it. And, you know, with his lightning gun.
In. Oh, Hate Me dropping down. Did just spot him maybe a little bit late. He can't hit the air rocket, though. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, I think if he was, you know, better off health and armor-wise, he'd probably gone for a mid-air rail, but he knew if he'd have missed his rail,
giving away a rail gun.
and even if he hit the rail, there was Sergos there as well to think about. Doesn't want to give it away.
You know, the gap isn't as big as maybe it could have been, considering the quads at the moment. So Unknown have just got to focus on not giving away too many frags and then play a better power-up game, and they could be back in the game fairly quickly. I mean, one good power-up run of themselves, and you know, what's the 30 frag? Just under a 30 frag difference is suddenly a 20 frag difference, and
yeah, but at the 9.5 minute mark, the difference was 23. So you know, we have seen a slight increase, which isn't a good sign. They do want to try and slowly get back into this game rather than rely on one big moment to do it.
1. Fight.
So Gerper does pick up that frag with a pass. I haven't seen too much of Gerper. Most of the tournament, actually, we never seem to really be on his point of view. He does miss out on the mega grab. No, he's going to go back for it. This could be good timing for the quad. He wants to take a safer route than that route. Yeah, take the back route. And the yellow's up as well. Tempting. He's going to have to rush it now. Right onto this quad. Hasn't given him the rail. Gerper could be in an amazing position for this power-up. They are challenging it, though, still Plan B. And Wins managed to pick it up. I don't know if he didn't get a call from Gerper or what there. Gerper's in a much better position, but Wins has come out with this one. He hasn't gone down either. Only 48 health, but still the opportunity exists with lightning gun and shotgun to pick up some frags.
And he's just missed out on that red as well.
Now,
His lack of armor is a concern, of course, because he's not aware maybe if there's a railer somewhere. But difficult quad run to make when you've got such low health.
didn't manage to pick up any frags with the quad to that last millisecond there. Picks up a couple of frags, and as I said, this could be the opportunity to bring it back. You don't need a massive quad run, but if you can get some kind of grip and hold on what planB are doing, break up their play a bit, pick up a few frags, group together actually, then Unknown could still be in this. I mean, they've all got the technical ability to pick up frags at any point.
That is true, but planB are a very effective team on this map, and
Well, what do you do for if you're Unknown to break it up planB's play? I mean, they've been complete on this yellow side of the map. Well, we see there, they're just moving in and being really aggressive over this lightning on two of them there. Deuce, presumably off the spawn. Also Hazard backing him up. 7th impressive for him. Can he escape this? That's actually really good dodging play. That's excellent play. I don't know how he survived that. 62% rail. Yeah, how do you break into that planB setup?
I think the difficulty is the fact that you're behind. It means you have to be more aggressive than perhaps you would normally be. So if planB take advantage of that, they can just play an almost kind of passive game on their whatever side of the map they want to play, and that is hard to break. It's always hard to move from one side of the map to the other to challenge a team.
There we go, Alteza right on the core. This time he isn't stacked though, important first step, but Unknown to stop. Players like him getting stacked up, ready for it. Deuce moving in, bit of plasma, did a fair amount of damage. Hazard grabbing that quad. Rushed completely by the planB team though.
He did well to pick it up because that battle was lost a long time before he picked that up at quad.
But still, I mean, they have started to close it in a little bit. Just ever so slightly, it's coming their way, and they just need to keep that up now. 20 frags is the margin now.
I mean, they just need to be, taking reds, taking rails, and then, winning their individual battles. Looking to contest lightning gun and the yellows, but it's a lot easier said than done. Because there isn't the time now to try and construct a slow turnaround of this game. They do need to make significant plays.
18 frags the margin as Unknown hit that century score. Gerper looks like he's really getting into the game now. Lightning gun in hand, palms it off to a teammate. Got his precious rail out though. He's hitting 62% with it. Could do some real damage here.
They are so spread out, Unknown, that they're fighting all over the map. It's just whether or not they can win those battles if they're going to come back into this.
Yeah, I mean, individually, you'd say, yeah, a lot of the time they would, but obviously one of the strengths of planB's play is the fact that they're very good team players together, moving in. But it really does look like Unknown are getting a good run of the map now. It looks like they're pushing into the yellow side of the map and really pressuring planB. Because they got such a lock of that red in the last few minutes. I haven't seen the stats, but it looks like they've had loads. Yeah, 20 to 14 now. They've got 6 more, and it was pretty much tied the last time we checked. So, especially this rail. I mean, I don't think I've seen a planB player with a rail for ages now. Is Gerper going to double up that red 15 seconds before the quad does take down Hypno? It's 19 frag margin, an ultimate quad on its way. 7th impressive for Gerper. His entire team's at quad now. This is getting important. They do need something off this. There it is, up. Gerper takes it. He was probably calling originally, but didn't want to take it in the end. The yellow is up. He didn't pick up that lightning gun, interestingly.
No.
Good
nice
frag,
rail
though.
shot, but he is out of rail now, so shotgun will be his only weapon.
Yeah, got to take the careful route. He's going to go towards this red armor up the stairway. No teammates around to support him, but he's in the rail room now. And he's back to quad. Somehow dodges that rail, but he is punished in the end. By Cerbos, who only just got his first impressions of the map.
They're really making a good attempt of this, though. Unknown. It's back to within 15 frags, and their aggression all over the map is really playing off.
They need to bring it back a little bit more. Maybe just 5 frags more, and a 10 frag difference final quad. That could work pretty well.
It could do. At the same time, I think planB, they need to be careful as well. I don't think they can afford to play too passively. They still need to maintain damage output. They can't run from fights in the key areas that they're looking to hold.
This is the problem. When you're in such a lead and you start to see it crumble, you get a little bit worried. You might just go a bit too defensive, start trying to protect the lead rather than try to deal out the damage.
Again, so many players from Unknown pushing out towards the quad.
Picking up the frags.
Yeah, and if they're not meeting any resistance, you know, in the choke points, it's far more dangerous to plan B.
Well, it's a 13, 14 frag margin now. Red armor, there'll be one more red 4 quad, but I mean, it's only a 4-second gap, so it could be a little bit risky for Unknown to wait for that one. Taking the same route though, Gerpa and Hazard. A little bit dangerous, especially with that great plasma spam. I mean, that really worked effectively, pushing him back. Gonna cycle around.
He's probably used it all up early, so you know, now Unknown are clear to move in.
Well, switched out on Deuce. Picks up a good couple of frags there, taking over this quad room. He's dived onto the quad. He's got 1 health. He is machine gunned down by Serboz. There is still defenders there. Wins takes it, but he's down.
Excellent.
And
Yes,
really,
unfortunate.
they did the right thing. They got the quad, but you know who else did the right thing? Plan B. Destroyed that quad. They all turned up for it. And that should secure out the game. I mean, 45 seconds, 15 frags.
Yeah, no doubt it. No doubt it has. I mean, if this game was to continue for another 5 minutes, I think it would be very interesting as to who might win this. But you know, Plan B have held on. That kill at the end on the quad was vital. It was a very weak quad pickup, of course. Wins had no health pretty much, but that was just because Plan B really put the pressure on. They had to do that as well. They couldn't have let that quad go cleanly.
Yeah, they played pretty cool, calm and collected on that one. Just did what they needed to do there, Plan B. They got people with weapons ready for that last quad. They didn't worry too much and just made sure they fragged it. Simple as.
But yeah, that's what you can do as well. When you've got the amount of frags they had, you know, spare. You know, if they'd have been 3 frags behind, or you know, sorry, Unknown had been 3 frags behind, then it would have been a far more dangerous thing for Plan B to do. But you know, they had the frags spare to be able to throw away their lives trying to kill the quad, as it were.